Ah.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, ready to bring you match commentary, and alongside me is Stuart Robson. And we can't wait for this one to start with justifiable cause. It's the elite versus the Hurricanes.
The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play.
Is expanding to a 64-team World Cup a good idea? So, on July 12th, Gianni Infantino told a Swiss news outlet that FIFA will look into expanding the World Cup to 64 teams for 2030, which would be 16 more teams than the 48 playing right now, and double the 32 that played in Qatar 8 years ago. For context, it took football 64 years just to double from 16 teams to 32. Now, this is definitely an interesting idea, but it has a lot of bad things and good things that come with it. Starting with the bad, we're probably going to see a lot more one-sided matches like the Germany versus Curacao match that ended 7-1. On top of this, the tournament already takes up most of the offseason for players. A larger tournament leaves less time in the summer for players to have to themselves in an already crowded schedule. Along with this, at the pace we're going, is a 64-team World Cup truly going to be the end? Or are we going to keep expanding even beyond that when FIFA runs out of new ideas to make more money? The qualifying stages of the tournament will also be a lot worse, but hey, at least maybe this time we'll finally see Italy at the World Cup. All jokes aside, there are also a lot of upsides that come from this tournament. To start with, a 48-team World Cup is such an awkward number. In order to have a group of 32, you need 8 of the best third-place teams to qualify, and it's a logistical nightmare to ensure fairness. If 2 teams realize that a tie or a specific result can send them through to the next round after analyzing all the results of the matches that played before them. However, with a 64-team World Cup, you can cleanly just have the top 2 teams of each group progress to the round of 32. You also can't forget that a country with fewer people than any American state can convince millions of people across the world that maybe we should expand the World Cup. Cape Verde, an island nation of 525,000 people, held Spain to a 0-0 draw and became the smallest country ever to reach the World Cup knockout stage. almost pulling off a stunning win against Argentina. And under the old 32-team format, Africa only had 5 spots, so they may have never made it at all. So although unlikely, a larger tournament also gives an opportunity for more Cinderella stories. If the tournament had never expanded to a 32-team tournament and had remained smaller, may have never seen teams like Morocco, Croatia, Turkey, Costa Rica, and others make incredible deep runs in the tournament. For the 64-team World Cup, teams that may never have had a chance to qualify for the World Cup now have a higher chance to play in it and potentially give up.
I just up as Holland.
Ferreira. Here's Ronaldo. Long-range effort. Oh, did so well to deny him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, after capturing the leader of the... Seems like you're trying to...
Trying to deliver it accurately. Real need to get rid of it. Oh, had to stop that one.
Whether you're looking for outfit ideas for the spring and summertime, or you're looking for a fresh perspective to add to your closet, you have found the right place. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 7 of the most recent outfits that I've been wearing, where I wore them to, how I styled them, and where I got them from. Okay, so for the first outfit, this is something I wore when I met up with a friend to get a drink, hung out, and then after that, I went back to his house and played some video games. Some of you guys will follow me nerd. You know, whenever I get some brotherly time to hang out with my homies, I always try to wear a fresh outfit, but also get some gaming time in. So one of the things I do when I start all of my outfits off is I wear a tank top, especially when it comes to the spring and summertime. I don't really think you need to spend $60 like how Suit Supply or some of these other stores have it. Just get you a simple white tank top for Abercrombie or Hanes. It'll be good. Great base to start off. And I went with this corduroy overshirt that is from Abercrombie. I love adding texture in any outfit that you can wear when it comes to the spring and summertime. And it's very lightweight, so you don't get like super hot, but it's also good for those days where it's like 60 degrees or even maybe in the low 70s, and you can still get a fresh perspective off the outfit. These green cargos right here are from Uniqlo. I like them because they're a little bit more roomy in the thigh and calf area. And for my footwear with this outfit, I went with these 550 New Balances. For those of you who've been following for a while, you know I'm not a huge sneaker guy, but whenever I see something I like, I definitely get it. Found out that this was actually a collab that they did with a Million Door. For you guys who know fashion, you know that's an upcoming brand that a lot of people really like, so I had to get them. And I felt like they're the perfect spring sneaker. And this is the full look for this outfit. I really like how it came together. I got a lot of compliments about it. I'm also going to have look for all these outfits in the description box. So for the second outfit, I really like how it came together. I got a lot of compliments about it.
Nothing comes of it. Good defending it was.
So for the second outfit, what I wore this to hanging out with a friend as well, and I went to a couple parties and events. The first theme that I pretty much dressed for the entire evening was a rodeo party. I tried to put some Western elements into my outfit. So I'm bringing back some other green cargos. These are from Southern Gents. The others for the last outfit were from Uniqlo. They're more tailored down to the leg, which I like a little bit more, but I think they're a little bit more dressy, and the last ones were more casual. So for my shirt, I went with this crochet polo that I got from Suit Supply. It's a button blue polo. So breathable, like so breathable. Really enjoy wearing it. I really am big about still layering, even when it gets a little bit more hot outside and warmer. But you also want to do this in a smart way with a breathable material like this crochet. And man, I really, really did love wearing this. To be honest with you, when I was putting this outfit together, I wanted to make sure that I kept the Western elements in there, but I didn't want it to seem too outlandish or too try hard at the same time. I wanted to make sure that I kept the Western elements in there, but I didn't want it to seem too outlandish or too try hard at the same time. So it's always good to try to put those colors and really putting that cream and green, like I told you in the last outfit, is an impeccable style. For the sake of this video, I just want to let you know that I did not wear a tank up under this outfit when I wore it out that day, but
a chance for Hurricanes to extend the lead from this corner.
Polo being tucked in, and you'll see why a little bit later. Then with this, I did add a belt to it, just because the belt adds more aesthetic to the outfit. Then, like I told you, because I was going to a Western event, I did bring out the cowboy boots. These cowboy boots are from Thursday Boots, and these are my favorite ones from them. What I really learned about when you wear cowboy boots, it's really good to have a wide leg and your trouser at the bottom. Since I was going to multiple places throughout the night, I tried to make sure that it fit my style, but it was presentable for each place that I was going to. And another really big thing about this outfit that you're going to notice is that it has a lot of pockets, right? Just like the last outfit. And this was kind of the full look. I really, really like how it
Into the
came together.
second half with the elites behind. Can they turn this match
and the
around?
shirt jacket that wore on top of this is a suede shirt jacket. This also is very, very light too, so it's not heavy. And I really thought this was a good transitional outfit from going from it being somewhere maybe in 65 to being out in the evening around like 8 o'clock.
And the substitution will occur now.
All the way to low 50. So the next outfit, I wore this today night with my wife. So of course we got a chance to be able to go out time. And so this is a date night. So you got
a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick.
Well, a bit of an anticlimax, really, after some really good play.
Well worked piece of pressing. Dark brown suit that I showed in my
Hakimi.
Essentials video. I think
now
when
with
it comes to
Ayadi.
date night, it's always good to go with a darker outfit, just for more of a sexy touch to the date night outfit. But I also want to wear a little bit of color. One of my favorite
and
colors
room
to
to
wear.
roam out wide for the elite. And let's give credit to the defending.
The polo I'm going to wear with this outfit is going to be this dark brown polo that is from Suit Supply. Specifically like the polos that
it doesn't have to do it on its own. And a relatively straightforward save for the keeper.
So the footwear with these suede brown loafers that are from Allen Edmond, I love them.
Well, when we mention the name Lionel Messi, the superlatives generally roll off the tongue. And that's what's occurring here, Stuart.
He took his goal well and was a constant threat throughout that first half.
Oh, look at this, they must score! They gave it quite the whack, but not on target. And they will make the change now.
Right here is from Suit Supply. This has a great colored material. So it's also a white jacket perfect for the spring as well.
McAllister.
And this adhesive was a vibe. I felt really good in it as I was wearing it.
Alexis McAllister.
Well, she really liked
he's
it.
given us away.
The jacket really just takes it up a notch to a different level. And of course, you know, it has my favorite pockets because I gotta be putting the keys, the car keys, the wallets, her wallet, maybe even her purse you can even get up with her.
Ronaldo.
So this
and the elite pushing forward with options available. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Now the counter-attack looks on. Well, it looks so promising, but it all comes to nothing.
Champion event at this bar.
Really took a touch on the way out of play, so a throw-in to come.
So it was a special event, and
they will now make use of their substitutes bench.
I always don't necessarily want to be too dressed up, but I also want to maintain the style if you're beating me for the first time. So I want to make a great impression. Of course, I will with some trousers again, but I went a little bit more stylistic with these trousers because they
look at this, a tremendous run.
A little bit more roomy.
He's failed to hold it, Neymar.
Still tailored at the same time, which you'll notice in the fit. There was one particular
Alexis McAllister.
So many
well, makers of space for the elite out wide.
One of the things I went back with this outfit is the brown polo is a staple so I brought it back.
And there's the delivery. Quick clearance.
And also
that's a good pass.
Essentials that you can wear really all year.
And that is going to be a free kick.
A little bit of sauce to it. As you can see, I got these from GH Bass. It's one of my favorite
left his marker for dead. And he couldn't worry the keeper with that effort. Lamine Yamal. And a tiny challenge.
Well, the fans are certainly playing their part here. Just listen to this noise.
This outfit, it also really complements the loafers very well.
Alexis McAllister.
For outfit number 5, I wore this one to lunch,
Pedri.
and I think it's a really smooth, downward outfit to wear to lunch.
Will it happen for them? Messi, and caught by the keeper.
That guy, and I want you guys to feel that type of energy. So starting off with these
well, it's a narrow advantage for the Hurricanes. Can they get themselves over the line?
Well, it's going to be a nervy end to this game, but if they do hold on, I think they've deserved their win. They've played really well, and they've played some good attacking football. And in general, they've controlled the game.
Just crochet hard again.
Well, we've entered the final 5 minutes. The elite exploiting the space on the flank.
really all year last outfit on day night.
Wasteful there from the Hurricanes.
Part of this outfit that I got so
Well, he was keen to give that one a go. Sadly, lacking a bit of accuracy.
That new style, but still tailored at the same time, as you'll notice in the fit. There was one particular part of this outfit that I got so many compliments on. I'm going to see if you guess it. And one of the things I went back with this outfit is the brown polo. The brown polo is a staple of Royal Outlaws outfit.
And taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Real chance! Oh, it's in! And that might be the goal that clinches it for them. No looking back now, surely. And that is that. The referee blows his whistle for full time, and it's a victory for the visitors.
As you can see, I got these from GH Bass.
So off and running here, right the first half underway.
But these multicolored loafers give so much style and pop to an outfit. Like I told you guys earlier, I really like when outfits work on the arm, but also...
Yes is the emphatic answer, and you have to say it was up.
It also really complements the loafers very well and brings the whole outfit together. All right, for outfit number 5, I wore this one to brunch, and I think it's a really smooth, dapper outfit to wear to brunch. I found some of the pieces really recently, and honestly, when I wore it, I felt like that guy. I felt like that guy in it, and I want you guys to feel that type of energy. So starting off with these drawstring trousers, right? These are pinstripe navy drawstring trousers. They're from Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren always makes dope pieces, you guys know that. But I always try to figure out in the spring and summertime how exactly I'm going to wear something that's still elevated but casual at the same time. And I think this outfit really speaks to that with these drawstring trousers. Also did get my tailor to put a 2-inch cuff on my trousers. This is something I like to do to add a little bit more weight at the bottom of the trousers. So next I have this cream horizontal stripe polo that I got from Mango. This is something that's technically breaking a rule. We're not supposed to mix patterns. I think I've seen that on YouTube a few times. But I think it works together, but you can let me know your thoughts. And then I'll finish this outfit off with some white sneakers that you guys may have a chance of winning if you comment on this video. White sneaker. But these white sneakers are from Thursday Boots, and I think this is a simple way to end out the outfit. Now I'm starting off with my 6th outfit right here. This is going to be the outfit that I wore to church on Easter Sunday. If you go to church, you know that you have to come with a fresh fit when it's Easter Sunday at church. And I didn't wear a tie, particularly in this outfit right here, but I really wanted to make a statement with the color. So starting off with these Gurkha trousers right here. These are custom Gurkha trousers that I got from Eric Austin Customs. This is a little bit more of a light mint-ish color. And I really love this color for this particular season. I think it's very festive for Easter, as you'll see the full fit coming together. This is more of a custom style trouser that you'll find at Todd Snyder sells, Eton sells. There's a few different ones that you can wear if you want to get into the custom realm. I suggest
well, hello to you and welcome to another exciting game brought to you by EA TV. I'm your commentator Guy Mowbray, delighted to be in the company of Stuart Robson, and every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It's the Hurricanes, and they take on the Velvet Touches.
This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got 2 teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and 2 coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
And I got these loafers right here.
And it's on there. Oh, that's brilliant. Super sharp reactions. Being delivered, and they don't get the distance. That's a poor ball in. Alexis McAllister. And that'll go out for a corner. Played in now. Touches need to take more care in possession. Now, can he get the cross in? And that's one taken for the team. The attack stopped, but maybe at a cost.
Really went back when it came to my suit color when I get the opportunity to speak, because if you think about color theory, you always should wear a color.
And it's just off target.
Yeah, he strikes it really nicely, but a fraction too high in the end.
Now, when I was putting together this outfit, I wanted to be very classic and
Cafu.
At the same time, and that is why with suspenders, I just love the classic.
Here's someone looking to impress.
All right, that outfit is the only one I don't like.
50th match for the club in just the right way.
Yes, he's one of those players you love to have in your squad. The sort of player the manager can depend on to give a solid performance week in, week out. It's a great achievement for him.
Messi, and they've scored to take a lead that's more than warranted.
It's unusual dating. We see even areas as upwards of what?
1-0 then as we get started again.
And the inside set boxes is going to blow your mind.
Rafinha now.
Series as well as cavalry,
Alexis McAllister.
and even an entire castle to lay siege with
On to Messi. That
So
keeps the
that's
attack
exactly
developing.
what we're going to be doing today. Getting these open and taking
out of play.
a
Throw in to
peek
come.
at the world of medieval armament and taking a break from guns to check out swords and shields. So guys, if you enjoyed this
Vieira.
video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what area of armament would you like me to check out next.
Patrick Vieira.
First one this year really has had quite the
And on to
series of
Haaland.
armament. Now, this
Got in the way of it.
What a block that was.
His spear isn't pointed in the slightest, so maybe it's supposed to be like a
And
thing
a
you
chance
hit
for the
people
break
with
here.
over the head. I don't know. But when it comes to these medieval,
But that's where any chance of anything developing disappears.
Medieval armament and black armament, which is the same and the favorite place to hide. Actually, a flag
Could
gun
turn out to
set.
be a
I am
really good
very
ball.
excited. Oh yeah. Okay, so the original
And the
flag gun
Hurricanes
we
have it
have
back.
for the Germans is from the D-Day set, and it is
Some
an
useful
AA
space on the wing for the
automatic.
velvet touches.
That's pretty cool. Comes with a button. This one
But
should
has
be a
that and
single.
keeps it in his grasp.
Equally different of energy. Actually, it doesn't come with multiple.
Pedri.
So I think we just equip it here.
Marcus
Very
Thuram.
nice. So these flag guns were great because, first of all, they could point to the
In
sky,
the right position to
obviously,
cut out the
shoot down
pass.
planes, but then also they were so high-powered to get the shells into the air that they could penetrate tank armor. So they would point them to the ground and also a shield to it in order
Pedri.
to fire at tanks as well. They were multi-personal for the German army here. Okay, and yes, it does look like there are multiple of these within this. Heck yeah, boy.
Hurricanes have possession again.
Is this just the same one, or is this going to be a different flag? I think it's the same one. Right, I think I put the other one on backwards, actually. My bad. Yeah, I did put the other
Vieira.
one on backwards. So there
And
we
there
go.
could be something happening here for velvet touches.
This little knob here rotates it so it will raise
No need to
and
stop the
lower.
play. On they go.
Okay, so
Lovely
if
pass,
I
the
had
ticket to
this
the in.
one,
Shall not pass.
and this should also, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so we have two flag guns here. Is there a third? Okay, this
And the
one's
referee's
different.
whistle
Just gotta
brings
get
the first 40.
packaging undone here. Hey, at
The
least we
first
know
half
it's
kicks
not
off. Time.
broken with the amount of wrapping in this thing. Okay. This one's
And we're off for the second half.
the other ones. Alright, this one's a bit more like a coastal artillery gun, I would say. And you can see that little hook there is actually so it can be towed on Opel Blitzes. And
Substitution
these
coming up.
pointy ends would fold up and be put on wheels and towed, basically. That's sweet. What's cool is that these are made of different types of plastic. This is more matte plastic. This is more machine plastic.
Marcus Thuram.
This one doesn't bend at all. So these are much higher.
Oh, surely.
These are
That's not a bad save at all.
Guys. With infantry. Okay, so actually,
Could take things forward a notch here.
Infantry and flag gun infantry, but
Oh, they've
there's
nicked it and
riflemen
can now
in
push
here, and
forward.
these are the same models we had before. You do get three officers, binoculars, radios.
Well, here
You
we
get
go. Time for the
multiple
transition.
of the artillery loaders in there, as well as that's kind of
That
funny.
has
So
gone out.
you get
It'll be a
three
throw.
government. Alright, so basically you get the whole artillery team plus just a couple of riflemen, I guess, to stay.
The Hurricanes regain possession.
Something along those lines, but that is sweet. I like that.
Messi. And they've scored again. That puts them further in front. What a position to be in.
This one is a tank. They read that little skew label, but I can't read.
Well, here's the replay. He's got such quick feet, hasn't he? Just look how he goes past his marker to get his shot away. That's a really good goal.
Yeah, they wrapped the crap out of this. Oh, it's a half. Yes.
So the lead is now 2 as the game restarts.
So we're going to see if it does have a strong pinch at the back. That's awesome. Yeah, baby. Look at this. There's pieces in it. It does. Wait. I think you can't. It doesn't quite fit.
Pass played through perfectly.
But maybe you
But the
could whittle
keeper
it down with an exact
anticipated well and deals with the danger.
Okay, and then we've got our
And a good tackle results in a throw-in.
Well, as we can see from those stats, the Hurricanes are enjoying the majority of the possession here and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more of the same as the game goes on.
Well, we should be about to see them create something else now.
And I did not understand what the heck, why it was called a half track until I learned it's because there's half track, half wheel.
The Hurricanes come away with it.
Admitted that makes me sound like a real dum-dum. I guess I'm just being my true self. Alright, so we got double MGs right there.
And it's on here. It's in. And of course it's in. It's a masterclass in finishing to complete his hat-trick.
They didn't do the stickers. Why don't they do that for all of their vehicles?
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, but there's still plenty for him to do. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he's just able to keep him at bay and finishes with aplomb. It's a great goal.
In there, but they only give you 4. That's okay, though. Very nice. Look at that. Okay, this might be my favorite vehicle yet. This is awesome, but not as awesome as this. Maybe. I don't actually know
So
what
it's
this is.
3-0
I can't
as
read.
the ball gets rolling
Let's
again.
find out what this is.
Vieira.
Probably something
Onto Rafinha.
Maybe.
Patrick Vieira.
This is a
Beautifully weighted
Here
ball.
we go. Little thing, Jess, yeah. They taped the MG to the front of the tank this time.
Now they've got possession. What can they do from here?
Let's give you
Played into the penalty area.
This
And
is
away from danger it goes.
tank.
If they go now, there could be a break on.
This one, again, has printing on it. Why do they do printing on some, but not others?
That's
Right?
across the
Let's
line.
get
It'll be a
reverse.
throw.
Guessing the MG goes on this rail. Yep, perfect. And then, yes, we
Velvet
do have
touches with
a
the ball
tank
again.
commander who we up top there with the MG. And then it comes with 2 more of these sitting crew members who, guessing, can ride in the back of the tank like that. But I'll say I'm just going to add them to the SDK. Very nice. Panther looks nice. I like it. It's a different scale than the King Tiger or the Jagged Panther. And Panthers
Not getting close enough here.
You say
Just
that
need
King
some
Tigers,
composure
but this
now.
is like
And they've scored
substantially
again.
small. It's
It's
okay.
become a
It's
question of
still
just how
very
many
nice.
they'll get.
If you turn here, this goes up and down. Here, take this 360 degrees. Very solid Panther tank right there. And then I also
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. But he's still got so much work to do. Just look at the strength he shows to hold off the defender and still get his shot away. That's a really good finish.
At least that's the lore I'm making up in my head. And these guys are actually very different than the other Germans we had. Once again, the printing on them is way better than the D-Day set, but slightly lesser.
So we're back underway after a goal that has almost certainly put this one to bed.
Do have radio
Guimaraes.
operators out here. See, there's a lot more loose extra plastic.
Michael
around
Olise.
these ones versus
And it's not
these
clear
guys
yet.
who are way more detailed. Yeah, I would say these are
Plenty of
definitely
power on the effort, but just wide.
We've
Goal
got
kick
the
it is.
grenade thrower, SMG trooper, another MG34 troop. This dude's just kind of chilling. Yeah,
We've entered the final 5.
Uniforms and stuff like that. Screams desert.
Olise.
This guy's giving a hoot and a holler. Don't wait. It's not supposed to be urban. The desert.
The ball has been lost by Velvet touches.
The radio operator. Oh, another
The ref
urban
happy to
rumble.
let that one run.
SMG trooper.
Well, he's been booked and could now go.
Yeah. Okay. That troopers. A little bit.
Body in the way. Good work. Gabriel.
Bash the butt of his weapon into someone.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Alright. Yeah, these ones, they're okay. The other ones work 10 times better. And Zeus, he's a final let us find out.
Lionel Messi. It gets better and better. An absolutely rampant display. And that's the final whistle. A positive result, at least.
Panther forward MG maybe? So we did have some heavier tanks earlier, and this is more of a medium tank. Still quite the killer, but doesn't pack that same armor that even like the Panzer IV-H would potentially have, which the Panzer IV-H is my favorite German tank of the war. My favorite American tank of the war is the M24 Chappie. That thing's awesome. And actually, it comes with the, I think this the 3G, so you can swap it out if you so desire, which is kind of cool. This one also very detailed. Again, has printing on it. I don't know why. Sometimes they do printing, sometimes they do stickers, but definitely printing is the way to go. Wow. Okay. Is this the largest unboxing outside mystery boxes we have ever done in the Army Men universe? Potentially. There's a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles, 3 artillery pieces, a bunker, probably 100 infantrymen. Crazy stuff. Absolutely wild. Well, guys, what did you think about every German unit for the German Army of World War II? Things at work don't always work. The indicator is a stark contrast from the usual tan and green we see. So we've also got this shield unit here who's holding a very long axe. What's kind of nice about this is it also gives you a bunch of different little obstacles. This is coming up. Stay tuned to the video and find out the rest. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Yeah, the orange one's everywhere down there.
Curious about AI? This is the Google AI Professional Certificate. Start with AI.
Bro, please do something. Yo, I That's all. Explosion, right?
Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary today here on the gantry is the former England winger, Sue Smith. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's Sporting versus the Hurricanes.
Well, being in and around the ground before kick-off, the fans are buzzing. They can't wait for this game, so hopefully it's a fast-paced, entertaining match.
What to like about that pass? Maradona, a goal in the early stages. Precisely what they have been planning.
There's something behind.
Just the challenge that was required. The defenders know they need to get tighter. Effective piece of pressing. Intelligent ball. Oh, and just there's the second goal. They're the track.
Essa foi excelente.
Decent position. Maradona. And the Hurricanes being afforded too much room. Well, it could be on for him here. And an excellent save to bring that counter-attack to an end.
Yeah, perfectly executed counter, but unfortunately it came to nothing.
Trying to deliver it accurately. And the keeper wanted to take it cleanly and did. And the free kick here. It was almost the ideal pass, but out of play it goes. Well, they made it far too easy there.
Yeah, it was given away far too easily, wasn't it?
Might be a chance here. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. He's driven in the corner. And the problem not completely solved. Happy to shoot. And it's done! A 3-goal contest. This is astonishing stuff.
Well, here we can see it again. He hits it so cleanly. Perfect contact. And the keeper never really had a chance. It's a fantastic strike.
So the action continues, and the Hurricanes very much bossing the proceedings here.
If you know, you glow. New Dove Serum Plus Oil Wash. Deep.
Now, what can Lionel Messi do from here? Lets him to cross into the centre. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them. Danny Olmo. And he stops them in their tracks. Maradona. Messi. Well, over the top it goes. He didn't miss by an awful lot. He's been ruled offside.
Electricity coming out.
As the stats show, you just wonder how many this could be, because the way that they go forward, it's great to watch. So much creativity, and the defence just can't cope with them. Surely the manager will make a change soon.
Right.
Yes, the chances just keep on coming. No stopping them, apparently. Head over towards the back post. It wasn't quite as good as it looked when it left the boot. Under the full weight of the pressure.
Yes, he does.
Messi. Terrific save!
Yeah, that's all about awareness and timing. Excellent goalkeeping.
Oh, that's a clever ball. A real opening now. Perhaps now. Oh, that's it. It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance.
Well, here's the replay, and it's quite a straightforward finish in the end. But he does well to find space and then hit the target. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that.
And so it is, the first half story has been written.
Perhaps not. This town, at least, yeah, there's nobody else.
So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. Maradona. And now Stones. Maradona. And nicely struck. Well, he gave it the big build-up, but he didn't quite deliver on his promise. Decent idea. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising. Counter-attacking chance. That might help them. Messi might be in here. Oh, he did superbly well to get back there and thwart him. So a throw in here. Well, they've decided to make a change. Well, the Hurricanes. Come away with it. Alexis McAllister. Now, option for Brady. And he's made headway.
Pure, simple, organic ingredients. Decadently delicious. Super premium ice cream. Crafted the way it should be.
Well, trying something slightly unconventional, but not close to scoring.
Every NBA team's a Celtic Shack. How does one meet the criteria of being a Celtic Shack? Well, as the name would imply, it's another term for a washed former star who's in the twilight of their career. They provided very little. Well, as the name would imply, it's another term for a washed former star who's in the twilight of their career. They provided very little on the court, and it looks weird to see them on that team. Bonus points of their photo gets used in washed player beat. Keep in mind that some of these will be more subjective than others, so if you feel differently, just let me know in the comments. But we got a lot of garbage to get through, so we'll start there. Starting with the Atlanta Hawks, I'm going to go with Rajon Rondo. Some may point at 33-year-old Vince Carter.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
Like still did a couple threes up there. Rondo had no such luck. Fresh off a championship season with the Lakers, it was hoped that Rondo would be a great leader and backup with Trae Young, but that never came to be. It's never a great sign when your best game team is your first one. He can never find any consistency due to a mix of health and safety protocols and various injuries. He only played in 21 of the last 43 games, averaging career lows in every major stat. He wouldn't even get time to unleash playoff as he was traded to the Clippers at the deadline. He played a little. For the Boston Celtics, we have, well, he's the whole reason this video was made. A poster child for washed athletes, a sports meme that will stand the test of time. It's Shaquille O'Neal. I made a more in-depth video about Shaq's time with the Celtics before, so I'll try to keep it brief. Bringing Shaq to Boston was supposed to be beneficial for both sides. Boston would get a solid starter while Kendrick Perkins was on the shelf, and Shaq would get one last chance to tie Kobe in the ring count. And to be fair, Shaq wasn't terrible when he played, but therein lies the issue. He was never healthy. The 38-year-old only played in 37 games. After missing 2 months due to a litany of lower body injuries, Shaq returned to a huge standing ovation, only to immediately injure his calf. He would only appear in 2 playoff games before retiring with a ceremonial. For the Brooklyn Nets, we've got another very interesting. I was tempted to give it to Paul Millsap, but ultimately, I had to go with Kevin Garnett. He was packaged with Paul Pierce and Jason Terry in an effort to finally bring a championship to Brooklyn. All it cost was the picks that would become Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. You know, nothing huge. Garnett had to have a much bigger role in the team due to an injury to Brook Lopez, and played about as well as one would expect from a 37-year-old with a history of knee injuries. Brooklyn was knocked out by Miami in the second round, and Garnett was sent back to Minnesota at the 2015 trade deadline. His only meaningful contribution was to the meme, giving us a montage that rivals that of Celtic Shaq. For the Charlotte Hornets, I'm going to go with Tony Parker. That team is loaded with guys who make you say, you play for them? But I don't think any of them had the legendary status like that of Tony Parker. What makes this so weird is why he would choose to spend his last season in Charlotte, of all places. It turns out that the Spurs wanted Tony Parker to take a step back, mainly chilling on the bench, while the Hornets offered him a much bigger role. He wasn't terrible in this backup role, averaging around 9 points in 59 games off the bench. And seeing Tony Parker in anything but a Spurs jersey just feels cursed. Dude should have just retired with Ginobili. For the Chicago Bulls, there were a couple interesting picks. It tends to happen when your team wins 6 championships in a decade. Of the many players who suited up for Chicago during this dynasty, none looked as strange as Robert Parrish. The Celtics legend collected plenty of hardware in the 80s, building a clear-cut Hall of Fame resume. He showed an impressive amount of resistance and longevity, even after the Celtics' glory days were over. He joined the Bulls in 1996 at the age of 43. In his lone season, he only played in 43 games, averaging around 4 points per game. But he was in the right place at the right time, as he got ring number 4 after the Bulls beat the Jazz in the NBA Finals. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, as much as it pains me to say, I've got to go with Dwayne Wade. There's just nothing positive to take away from this. At least when he went to Chicago, he was playing for his hometown team and he wasn't completely cooked. There were some good moments there, nothing that would hurt a legacy. That can't be said about his stint in Cleveland. That whole Cavs offseason was just a cheap attempt to compete with Golden State. Putting together a team that would have been a real force in 2013. But surprise, surprise, the team was a disaster. Wade only played in 46 games before the Great Purge took place, and he was sent back to South Beach, refinish out his career. If you're a Heat fan, you just act like you're having some win 16.
He has all their boots.
Foi excelente, cara. Isso é uma ideia. Meu Deus do céu. E até os androides perceberam que o Bike estremeceu o chão. O 17 chegou a citar que achou que era um vulcão entrando em erupção, como coisa que eu disse também, né? É uma referência clara à abertura de Dragon Ball Z, né?
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. And if you liked it, please don't.
So you can kind of build out your medieval battlefield a little bit with some rooks, and they also included some old school looking fencing, which kind of sucks. This is not great. I guess you could either, make a fence for, say, some of your bowmen like this one in here, and you can have them behind the wall, or you could turn it into like a stable for your horses. This we'll get into some more peripherals later. We've got another crouching silver bowman here, and it looks like both sides do get repeats of each other's units. So this is a silver and a black of the same unit there. And actually, there's quite a number of these archery units. My goodness. There's also brown horses and black horses, which I'm guessing, yeah, we do have riders for. So I don't know which is supposed to go with which. There's a black cavalryman atop a brown horse, but then you could also go ahead and stick him atop a black horse, which that actually does look pretty fire. Very nice.
A few moments later.